Hi, I'm Erica, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing an upper body workout with weights. But if you do not have weights, you can use water bottles or just your own body weight. And if you don't have hand functions or you can't grip, but you can use your arms, then you can use ankle weights or wrist weights, which just wrap around your wrist, and then you could lift that if that's easier for you. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I have a few announcements for the future of my channel, and also I would really appreciate your feedback, and if you would just let me know what you would like to see on this channel, because I have a few ideas, but of course I'm very flexible, and I would like to know what you would want to see. So without further ado, we are going to start warming up, because you don't want to pick up weights unless you warmed up first. So we're just gonna do like arm swings, and you can switch which arm is on the top. And we're just gonna do a few of these until I feel sufficiently warmed up. And if when I feel warmed up is not when you feel warmed up, you can pause this video and do some extra warm-ups on your own. And now I'm going to do arm circles, just forward and back. And I'm not really counting these or timing it. I'm just kind of going by what feels best for my body. And that may be different than your body. So just listen to your body and do what feels best for you. And I feel pretty good with that. And another warm up I want to do are arm jumping jacks. So if you did my last seated workout, I'll link it down below. But if you did that one, you know what these are. Just kind of like jumping jacks, but with your arms. And if you don't have as much arm mobility as me, you could do it smaller, or if you have more, you could do it bigger. And it's just about doing what you can. And I know I say that a lot, but it's just really important to me that nobody feels shamed for their body or how it works. So yeah. And the last warm up we're gonna do before we pick up the weights are like rotator cuff swings. And we're doing this to warm up your rotator cuff, so that when you pick up the weights, you don't injure yourself, hopefully. I'm kind of counting in my head, so if you hear that, sorry. Because sometimes I'll do things in my head, but I'll also say it out loud at the same time. And if I ever do that and it annoys you, I am sorry. That's just what I do. And now I'm going to pick up my weights. I use these 5-pound metal dumbbells. I have some 5-pound like colored ones, if you've ever seen the like green ones and the pink ones, but I find those are harder for me to grip because the handle is thicker. So these are not as cute, but I mean these work better for me, so I'm just gonna use what works best. And for the first exercise, well, first before I go into this, we have a handful of exercises and we're going to do 15 reps each, and we're gonna go through the set twice. And if that feels like too much for you, you can reduce it to 10 exercises each or 5, or you could just do one set. Just do whatever feels best for you. And the first exercise I'm gonna do are flies. So just like, you wanna curve your elbow a little bit, engage your core, and fly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I'm out of breath. So the next exercise are shoulder presses. So you really want to engage your core because you don't want your back to curve. And it's like this. And on one side, I could do higher than the other because my one arm is weaker than the other, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. That's a lot of work, but that's good. The next one we're gonna do rows, and I hope like my arms can stay in frame on this one so you could see the movement I'm doing. But if not, I'll just try to explain it to you. Kind of the way one YouTuber I watched describes it is you're picking something up from the floor carefully. So like your arms are down, and then you try to engage your shoulder and you really want to be engaging your back muscles, your lats, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you like try to pull your shoulder blades together. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right. I'll catch my breath a little bit before I do the next because I don't want to like die on camera. I'm not going to, don't worry. But the next exercise are front raises. So we're just gonna go like that. And remember, engage your core, go at your own pace. Don't do anything that feels not good. Like there's a difference between something feeling hard and something like hurting you. Like if you feel a sharp pain, please do not keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm really using my shoulder muscles on this one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Well, I feel like I cheated on that one, so I'm gonna do one more. 15. Okay. So for the next one, we're kind of gonna do the same thing, and it looks similar to the flies, but you want, if you can, straighten your arms more. Obviously, on my left arm, I can't get it as straight as I can on my right arm, but I'm just trying to straighten it as best as I can, and that's enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Catch your breath a little. And this is going to be our last exercise. Again, we're doing this set one more time. So we're almost halfway through this workout. Well, if you don't count the cool down, but we're halfway through the hard part of the workout. And this is going to be rotator cuffs. Like, remember what we were doing in the warm-up? We were doing that, but with weights. And if you feel like it's too challenging for you to do it with the weights, then just go ahead and do it with your own body weight. But I'm gonna do it with the weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I'm gonna take a quick break before we get into the second set, and I just wanna go over some things with you. Like, if you do not have any control over your core, like you can't sit up straight while you're lifting your arms, then just do one arm at a time and hold yourself up with your other arm. While I have CP, I do have some control over my core, so I can lift both at the same time and not fall over. But if that's not something you can do, then please be safe and do what's best for you and hold on with one arm and lift the other. So just a reminder for people that may not have the same mobility level as me. I know some people with certain spinal cord injuries may have little or no control over their core function. So just do what works best for you, and don't worry about what I'm doing or what anyone else is doing, because at the end of the day, I make these videos because I want to help people, not just to exercise, but also to just feel good about themselves and not feel ashamed if you're disabled, or even if you're able-bodied and just temporarily injured. I want everyone to know that they are enough as they are. And sorry to get all like philosophical and out there, but that's why I started making these videos, and I really hope that comes through to you who are watching this, because I'm not one of those like fit YouTubers that's in perfect shape and has a perfect body. It's not about that. It's about doing what feels good and taking care of your body, however that may look. And for everybody, it's going to look different. So just do what works for you, and you may try something and you may not like it, and that's okay. And then you could try something else. Like, just do what works for you. And I'm gonna get into this next step before I go on another rant. So yeah. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes again because I haven't memorized this workout. I probably should before I record these, but I've never had the best memory. So it just works best to have my notes here on the floor. And we're gonna start with flies. Again, engage your core, and you bend your elbows a little bit. Sorry, my brain just decided to forget the word bend. But you bend your elbows a bit, and you just lift up like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we are done with those flies. So if you've done that and you never want to do those again, you don't have to, at least not in this video. And the next one again are shoulder presses. So have your core engaged. As you see, at first my core wasn't engaged, and then I tightened up because I remembered to engage my core. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And my neighbor is playing music really loud, so I'm sorry if you hear that. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, hopefully it's not too annoying for you. Again, the next ones are rows, and we have our arms down like this. Again, engage your core. When in doubt, just engage your core, because that'll help support your back and just help your posture. Sorry if I'm looking out the window. My neighbor has their dog outside, and I really like dogs, so I like to look at the dogs outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we are done with those rows, and next are the front raises. And again, it's just like out to the front like that. Try to extend your arms as much as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And as you can see, as I go up and down with the weights, you can see my core muscles engaged. So the next ones are the lateral raises, so you're raising it to the side. I'm gonna give myself a few seconds to catch my breath. 1, 2, and again, I said this the first round, but like the difference between these raises and the first exercise, which were flies, are you want to extend your arm as far as you can instead of curving your elbow. But my elbows are naturally curved, so they're going to be curved, but if you can straighten them out more, then I can do that, and just do what you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. And this is the last exercise before the cool down, and then after the cool down, I'm gonna talk for a few minutes about the future of this channel and how you can get involved and have a say in some of the content I create. So the last exercise are the rotator cuffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. That one was hard. So now we are going to cool down. And the cool down is kind of similar to the warm up. So, sorry, I spelled something wrong in my notes and I was getting confused, but I understand them. Don't worry. We're gonna do the arm swings. Just do as many as you don't want to go. I know I started this really fast, but on the cool down you want to bring your heart rate down, so don't go as fast as I was the first time around. And after that, we are going to do shoulder rolls. I wrote down there shoulder rows. So if I sound like I'm saying that is because I'm reading it and my brain can only do one thing at a time, but they're shoulder rolls. So you roll them back, kind of like pretending you're swimming, but not as big of a movement. Just kind of small and relaxed, opening up your chest, and then forwards. I'm swimming. I'm actually really bad at swimming, so like I can keep myself afloat, but I can't really propel myself forward because it's hard for me to hold my lower body up while I'm in the water, so my lower body kind of goes straight down and my upper body is the only part that's up. And not that you needed to know all that, but in case you were curious, I'm not great at swimming, so you probably will not be seeing me post swimming videos in the summer unless I suddenly get very good at it, which I don't see coming, but if that happens, maybe. And we're just gonna take 3 deep breaths, as deep as you can. I know sometimes when these people, when like fitness instructors are like, take a deep breath, and it should be 5 seconds long. Like, because of my CP, I'm not really capable of doing that, so just do what you can. 1, 2, and 3. And that is it for this workout, but if you would like to stick around to hear what I'm going to say, please do. If you don't, then thank you so much for coming, and I will see you in the next video. But for those of you that are sticking around to hear me talk about the future of this channel, I just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting me while I figure out what I want to do on this channel. Obviously, I'm going to post some workout videos, but I'm also considering doing some other content, and that's what I need your help with. Is I have a few ideas for some of the other content I would like to create. The first choice, and you don't have to just pick one choice, or if you don't like any of the choices, you can suggest something else, but I have a few choices, and you can comment down below which you would prefer, or if you like all the ideas, just say I like them all, or if you have another idea, you can write that down below. But the first choice is me talking a bit about, well, it's kind of like 2 choices wrapped up in one, but I'm thinking I'll tell a bit of my story, and what I mean by that is I will talk about my mental health and how I really got into disability advocacy, and how I learned to accept myself as disabled, and within that I would post videos talking about my college experience and maybe my high school experience, although I'm trying to forget about that, but I'll talk about my college experience and how I really came into myself. I will talk about how the pandemic has affected me. I'll talk about my first job and then my second job, and just how I found jobs that worked for me, because I'm disabled, so I can't do like the typical young people job where people are working at like a supermarket or like a fast food restaurant. So I can talk about that if you would like. I can also do some more like social justice content where I sit down with you and I talk about things that are affecting the disabled community and also other marginalized communities, because I am very passionate about social justice. So I can do that if you would like, and that could look a bunch of different ways. I can talk about it in the contents of pop culture, like if there's a movie out that maybe paints a certain marginalized group in a negative way, I can talk about that. Or movies that are doing justice to different marginalized communities. Or I could talk about more of the bigger social justice issues like housing and homelessness and healthcare and unemployment and all of that stuff. And the last idea I have for this channel is I can do some true crime content. I don't think I mentioned this, but I watch a lot of true crime. But for this, for my channel, I would prefer to focus on true crime cases that affect the disabled community, because I feel like they don't get a lot of coverage, and I would like to bring awareness to those cases, and if they're unsolved, maybe help them get solved and spread the awareness. And even if they are solved cases, just talk about it and remembering the victims of crimes, because I think that's the most important part about true crime, is not all the gory details, but instead honoring the victim and telling their stories. So that is something else I'm considering doing on this channel. And again, please let me know if you like any of those ideas down below, or if you don't and you have other ideas, I'll also put that down below. And thank you so much for watching this video. Just like, I can't believe people actually sit down and watch me talk and exercise. And I mean, by no means do I have this big YouTube following, but even if just one person watches these videos and it helps one person, that's enough for me. And just thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. And I will, 1 second, I have to get up. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Sorry.